What is up, guys? I'm going to be showing you how to get the newest level construction site and get it done in under an hour. So we'll see what happens. I believe in myself. The things I go with: don't need a squeegee. You don't need a squeegee. I had one, but you don't need it. You need a shovel. I usually keep about 6 buckets. You don't need a rake. You don't need a pipe wrench, water vacuum. I don't use lights because I have it on day mode. Makes it a lot easier. I do use about 3 inflatable barriers, and I guess I have room for another pump. So let's go ahead and buy another pump, because you can never have enough, right? And that maxes me out at 500. I do have the box truck that gives me access to all the available items I'm going to need. And let's get it started. First time I played through this, took me about 2.5 hours. You had to learn where everything was. Very confusing. Second time, I think I got it down to 145, and then eventually got it down to like 130, 112, and then recently I've got it down to 50 minutes, but we're going to see if we can get it even down further than that. I believe in myself, and let's do it. Let's see. It's an alpha, so you know you can't ask for much, but sometimes when you start in, everything's rolling around and moving. I like to keep the shovel and the electrical cord in the first and second slots. I'm gonna pick up one of those because I am gonna need it later. The first one we're gonna attack is this hole right here. We're gonna try to get everything going down into that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start digging out over here, because we're going to use this area to offload all the water in that ditch right there. So always trying to do multiple things at the same time for different reasons. There is a method to the madness. I'm probably crazy, but trust me, it works. We're going to get it to work. We'll force it to work if we need to. Digging holes. Usually what we're going to do is we're going to stop all the water from flowing in all over the map, and then we can get started on getting all the water into drains and such things like that. So just trying to get some dirt because I need to build up a little barrier, and that's how we're going to be blocking off a lot of the water, is with dirt mounds. So that's why I usually go with 6 buckets. 7 is great, but 6 we get it done fast because you can always carry one extra thing that you always need. First we're going to come up here, do a tiny little wall, and block that off. And then come down here, stop that from flowing, and then boom. Already almost done. So we're going to start filling this back up again. Now I said we're going to stop all the water from flowing in first, but really what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this situated first, and then we'll go stop all the walls from being caved in. So this is how I normally do it. Just get you a little wall originally, then we got to block all this off. Filling it up, it's not that hard. And then come back and get this wall. This can stay as low as it is, because when the water's flowing, it's going to get higher right here than anywhere else. So let's keep digging. This is a new metric they added in about filling buckets with mud. You couldn't do that originally before this level came out. I think they did it exactly for this level, because so much dirt, you gotta block off a lot of water, so it makes sense. But it's pretty cool. I saw a video of it first and was like, wait, you can do that? And then I had to go back into the game and figure it out myself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come right here, put this first one right there. We're gonna leave that alone right there. We'll grab this. And normally, it's wasting seconds. Normally I'll jump some buckets right here in order to get all the things that I need. Just to try to make my life go faster. Because efficiency, that's the goal. And I used to do all these with walls, but it's a lot easier with those. And then get an empty hand, grab that, hook it to there, and then these will start filling. And our next goal is we're going to dig some more. And then build up our little wall right here. Should be good. We're just gonna fill up 1 bucket's worth of stuff and top it off, and then we're gonna hopefully by then those things will be filled and we'll be able to get some water flowing out of here. Perfect. All right, let's drop some of these buckets off. Three, 4, and 1 of these. I usually will always try to set down one of the generators and immediately turn it on, because if you don't, sometimes you forget that it's not on, you plug everything in and you're like, what's going on? Why is it not pumping water? Well, you probably forgot to turn the generator on. So it happens. Sometimes I forget. So sometimes you'll see me running back and trying to turn it on. It's kind of dark down here. If you haven't played the level before, you have to kind of know where a little bit of the things are, where the valleys are, where the hills drop. But when you've played it as much as I have, it starts to make a lot more sense on where things are. So what we're going to do here. So our things are already full. So we're going to take these out. We're going to put one right here. Move it right there. Plug it in. Turn it on. And that way, when we turn all this on, it'll already be flowing the water out exactly where we need it to go, and so it doesn't back up. And then always come down here and make sure these are turned on, like that one wasn't turned on. I see all green lights, so it means we're good to go. We'll come back up here. I'll place that there because I don't need that right now. What I'm afraid of is it's probably going on with the wall. Yeah, it's going on with the wall there. That's what I was afraid of. But we might have to just ignore that. And we'll do our best. It's hard to ignore it just because you know it's going to flow everywhere where you don't want it to flow. Yep, that'll do. Alright. You can either go that direction or this direction. We're basically going to be making a huge big circle and just try to take everything we need. So there's a drain right here. I don't recommend flowing anything to it because it'll just always keep filling up this forklift area. It will drain on its own naturally. Don't worry about it. There's a drain up here. Then we're just going to open it up and start digging a hole. Dig a hole over to this area right here. This is a large influx of water that's coming, and you will need all the dirt of every bucket you fill try to empty this out, or to get it to drain this direction. So and just start putting it down. With this one, you will always need to do more than what you think you'll need to do, because it will always overflow. So I've already emptied out my shovel there, so we'll start digging right here, because this area doesn't matter, because we're just trying to fill up the little walls we're going to make with these dirt mounds. So it's already flowing, so we need some walls there. Which, it's weird how it stacks up here, but it doesn't stack up as much going down that hole. So that looks good. We'll come back and check on it in a little bit. But right now, we're just trying to get it flowing to stop going down over there. And then what we're going to do here, same thing. Just build that up a little bit. Don't need a lot. And what we're going to do is, that's water's flowing out over there, so we're just going to try to build it up right here. And that should be fine. There is a drain right here. We'll open it because we do need to get water out faster. Sometimes I forget about it, so it doesn't really make a difference. But like I said, I'm trying to go for speed. I am speed. Just going around finding all the holes, opening them up. And then right here, what we will do is actually, this is why we have this. We'll put it right here. And this will make sense in a second. But we definitely need that there. And then just fill up this hole right there. Fill up this hole right here. And then we'll block off that a little bit too. So grab some dirt. Don't need a lot, just need a little bit to stop the flow there. Come over here, grab this one. So we'll just get this open, make sure it's flowing exactly where we need it to go, and then we will be back in this area in a bit. And now we get to do another large blocking off of water. Yeah, as you can see, this area is floating into that pit, and we gotta stop that. So, just keep digging. That's all you're doing. Just holding down that left mouse button, trying to get it to go exactly where you want to. Sometimes you can dig a hole straight through where you're digging. Other times you have to make it too wide. So. There we go. Now it's starting to flow where we want it. And we're maxed out. So what we're going to do is build a wall. Come back in. Dig some of that. Because it won't stack up as high if you get a little bit more surface area to flow into. I haven't seen anyone do these. I've kind of just thought of these ideas on my own. I'm sure there's probably other better ideas out there. I'd have to check and see who else has got good ideas. But like I said, this works for me. I know it works. Kind of stops all the water from flowing where we don't want it to go, and gets it to where we do want it to go. So, yep, a lot of blocking off of water. The longer you put this off, the longer you're going to be pumping water out of places. So, you gotta have to make that sacrifice and get that done. I do wish this was multiplayer, where you could have bigger maps and multiple people trying to do exactly the same jobs of blocking off water and digging holes and putting up blood walls, because that would be fairly interesting. So maybe in the future, we'll see. I mean, none of my friends are into these type of games, but it intrigues me because I like using my brain. And then you come back, double check this wall. You always got to double check, because you never know what's going on. Yeah, I can see a little bit up there that it's flowing over, so we'll dig some more dirt right here just to get that. I think we're Gucci. We're done. Time to head back. And then at this point, I do like to keep one bucket on me, and I'll dump the rest here. I might need the... Oh, that's important. I did that one time where I lost the cord and I could not find it on the map. That was kind of game over at that point, because you could reset all your tools to find it, but at that point, man, what's the point, you know? You did all that work. So we got 5 little pumps here. We could put 4 on a generator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right there, because we will take care of that when we come back for another round of checking things. And what we're going to do here is find this little rock and get it above the water line. And we're going to get this started pumping out, because this takes probably the longest. Besides the first pit we were working on, this pit will take just about as long. So you just got to get it started early. You can choose to do this pit first or the other pit. I just like to get that pit at the beginning done first, because it's right there next to all the tools. So it makes a little bit faster, other than trying to run all the way over here and do this. But, you know, hey, do what you want. See if it works out. Prove me wrong. Let me know in the comments and say you're an idiot. It's okay. You don't have to be mean if you don't want to. There's always 2 ways to skin a cat, at least, as my father would say. We'll put this over here. You can put them all together, you can spread them out. I just like to spread them out because I know once it gets lower and lower, it'll be grabbing different areas. So. And this will start going pretty fast. You will notice after we come back and make another pass, it'll already be a lot lower than it is. That's going. That's going. Get that one hooked up. It's our last one. And then hooked up, and we can be headed back and going to start another area. But we gotta turn that on. Otherwise, what was the point of coming all the way over here? And it started. Alright, let's get up, get out. Look how much progress we've already made. Looks beautiful. Come back and check, make sure we're not flowing out, which I think we are, so we'll plug that up, make sure that stops doing that, because we don't want anything flowing back out into the work we're already doing. That makes it double work. So grab 5 more, we'll grab another one of these. This one's easy. Turn it on. except for don't do that. Get it to go right here. That way you're not double working, because I mean this all flow right here anyway. But while that's working, and we'll hear it click in just a second, you can get these planted and started, or at least one. Yep, already done. It's quick and easy. Don't forget about it, because you'll be done with that big pit and you're like, what's going on? Why hasn't anything worked? Put this right there, turn it on. Yeah, right now it's not going to be pretty. We're just putting down things at the very lowest point we can find. Get it pumped up here, dump it over the side here. And this is exactly why we put that wall right there, because we're going to flow it that direction. It doesn't get into anywhere where we need it to just be dry, essentially. Put that down. Yep, it's this game. I enjoy it. It just makes you think, okay, what's the best way to flow water out? You know, what's the easiest way to solve this? What's the best way to solve this? And you're just playing a game of what works better. You can play different levels, many different ways. See how fast you can do it, see how efficient you can do it. And then after you complete it, you can keep going and just direct water in other different ways. It's all about how you want to play it. That might be a problem. I've never had it really directed that way, so we'll dig a hole right here just to help it out. With generators, one thing I found is always go to the back plug first, just because it makes it a lot easier. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Again, it's up to you. These are just things that I have found easier. Man, I hope they keep working on this game. I actually really enjoy it. Many of the different levels. I'm just trying to figure out many different ways to do things. Alright, we're going to come over here and pre-plant ourselves. I need to kind of see what we're working with. Right here. And we'll put another generator over here to dump out this half of the south foundation. Oh, something finished. Might have been one of the flat loaders on the other side of the map. Alrighty. That's done. Oh, slower to swim, faster to run. I don't know why I was going back down there. This is already probably about, maybe about halfway done. It continues on and on and on. Get our last pump right here, which is perfect. We need these last two of these pumps. We're gonna go back over here and get this started. Because there's a hole we can open up over on that side, and there's a hole we can open up on this side. So usually, when I first started, I was just trying to dump all this water all the way over that direction. And then my brain was like, why don't you do it this way? It's a lot easier. Less work on yourself. Yep, see, I didn't turn it on. Boom, all these are working, making a whole lot of progress. Come on, climb up. There we go. It'll start moving a whole lot faster. Come down here, that's moving. I think we only have 3 down there, which is perfectly fine. As you can see, this is already starting to look a little lower. Slowly but surely, we're making progress. Oh, I see water over there flowing over. And boom, just like that, we are back to no overflows. Maybe? Oh, it's just the light reflecting. Now it's just a waiting game of which thing's gonna end up first. More than likely, it's gonna be that pit over there. So we'll go there and hang out. Make sure that gets going. Yeah, it is definitely what we're doing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do little cheats, make little holes, and we'll put a drain there. That way we know exactly where the water's gonna flow. So we'll do this. Have to kind of replace it to the lowest point, which is okay because those other two pumps are working hard. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this down here, make it a little faster because we're gonna be moving some of these pumps around. Put it over there. See, didn't turn it on. And then doing that, what am I doing? Doing that just because you're trying to get these to the full, zeroed out point. Some water collects in some places. So again, you're just trying to make sure it empties out as quick as possible. That's going to overflow. That's okay. It's still pumping out what we needed to do. Let's go back and check over here because this moves a lot faster now with two sides pumping it out. And I bet you might be able to dig this out already. Yep. So. Come on, pick it up. Don't turn it off. Come down here. And what we'll do, just to help this out, put it right here. This already says it's done. You know what? We're going to try something different. We're going to change the game. Because that's going to eventually out. We need to get that bigger pit flowing a little bit faster. So what we're going to do, we'll get some other things taken care of. So this is crane 1, and we'll have to drain some water out here as well. So we'll pull it over there. Aha, I caught myself there. And then we will just dump it in this. It's not a lot of water, so it's not one of those that I am actually worried about. But we need to go and empty out in and of itself. And then once this is done, we'll take this over to the other crane. That is my nemesis crane. I always put stuff over there. It says it's empty. I walk away, and it pops back up saying it's not empty. Make up your mind. You're killing me, Smalls. Alright, we'll grab... No. Wait. I don't know what's flowing into that. Oh, I deflated that. Okay, makes a lot more sense. You can come over here now. As you can see, it's flowing here. So let's make a little wall. turned on? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Then we just need just enough where we can get that, be able to stand in order to open that. So it's moving, but I know, I mean, it's moving fast. You can see it go with just below those I-beams. So we're making good progress. Just enough to stand. Just enough to stand. There we go. And then make sure it flows. And boom. This area is done. We don't need any more pumps. But we need to take them elsewhere. Ah, man, this is almost done, but it is... Is that the problem? Is it not been turned on? I don't think I turned it on. Teddy, you bozo. There we go. Now it's done. Yeah, you kind of need to turn on a pump to make sure it's working correctly. Ooh. You also might be able to get it over here. Heck yeah. Boom. Love to see it. Turn on. Yeah, I'll catch myself eventually. Okay, that works. You gotta make sure this is blocked off well, because if this continues to flow down in that crane, you will never empty it out. Trust me, headaches. Many headaches. So, perfect. Alright, what we'll do now is we'll come over here and drop another couple of preset pumps, because once we get another available thing, we're gonna need to be just doing a whole lot more. So we'll put it there. And again, we're just trying to get this big one. Maybe my next go around is I'll come to this pit first and see what I can do with it. But to each his own. I need a shovel for this drain. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Oh, got me a little worried there. And this is almost done. I usually, once it's cleared, I give it a few more seconds, because again, I don't want to have to come back over here. It's just these foundations left. So yeah, once we... This is the last hole we got to dig out. So as soon as we get this done, we are in the home stretch. we will go preset another pump once this water gets a lot lower. Just trying to empty it out. Which, see, crane B didn't finish. That's okay. I got another pump over here that I can grab. But we'll go ahead and place this. Place it right there. Put it right there. And then let's go grab another pump to take care of crane B. Like I said, this is one of those points where if you would have brought the vacuum, that would have definitely worked. That I could just bring the vacuum over there and vacuum up the little spots where the water is, but I didn't bring the vacuum. Yeah, if you know of any other games that are like this, by all means, please put them in the comments below. I'll check them out. I like these simulation type games where you have to work problems, solve things, and see how those work. All right, come on. That is flowing.
Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
It's just this tiny little puddle. I wonder if I could put it over here. Is that cheating by just putting it into another spot? I mean, it doesn't... When I come over here, the crane B goes away, so... Possibly. Here's what we'll do. I don't like that water there either. Just getting that water drained out as much as possible.
You know, before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
This crane. Every time, man. Every time. Yeah. It's always flowing in from somewhere, and I haven't figured out where. But it says it's done. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it, because I've got another generator right here. We don't need it. Is every single one of these on? Yeah, it's just going slow. I don't know what the deal is. Don't worry, it'll start moving along. I just don't think I've emptied out everything else as fast as I normally have. So, we'll pretty plug this in. We just got to get that just enough. We're getting to the end. We are so close. I can taste the salt water. This isn't salt water. This is probably sewer water, nasty water. Don't drink this water. Yep, this was buried just a minute ago, so we are already cooking with gas. We'll put another one right here. Just trying to get this as far away, as close to other drains as possible. We might be able to get this open already. I don't know. Let's check it out. Yep. Look at there. Boom. We are so close to being done. Get that water going and flowing. And that is moving. Sometimes I don't know if these things are going to actually reach, so I will just put a whole nother one of them down here. Oh, I don't hear the sound. That was weird. No, now it's working. That was very weird. But let's get this water moving. We'll put that down here. What are you doing? Come on. Look at that water. It's flowing out. So this side of the pit's done. We're just working on this last half of the water. So we'll see if we can't get that flowed out. This is pretty much drained. That water is not that big a deal. We can get this water out. Boom, done. 44 minutes. Man, how about that? That's almost an hour under the 5-star rating, an hour 40. So, if you got any questions, feel free, hit me in the comments. I'll answer them. Hope you guys enjoy this game like I do. I think my fastest one that I've played is the Forest Road, and I've got that done in I think it said 5 minutes 44 seconds. So alrighty, well, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. I might play some other games, hook them up here, similar games like this, and let me know what you think. Thank you.